I'd like to take this opportunity to shout out one of my friends who has recently published a book.
Wow.
Nathan Newman, looking at you. Their book, How to Leave the House, is available, should be available very soon in stores, in all bookshops, in any, honourable bookshop that will hold it.
W.H. Smith.
Maybe not available. I'd say like Waterstones. Foils, maybe, if you're about that. Brick Lane Bookshop, it should be there.
Mm-hmm.
But check it out. I've read it. A very fun read. I think Nathan has the ability to put their finger on the pulse of the zeitgeist and has made a book of the times. It was a fun read. I got through it very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So check it out. Will you give it a read?
I will give it a read, yeah. Can you buy a copy for me, please?
You're supposed to be promoting,
sorry,
artists and stuff.
I've actually already got the book. I've actually already got the book. I just realised. Yeah, and,
you remembered you bought it yesterday.
Yeah, right? I've actually already read 5 pages of it. So
and what did you think?
It's great read. Yeah, it's really
riveting
funny.
stuff.
Really funny, like super. Like first 5 pages, I was already laughing my head off. Yeah, great book, Nathan. Well done. Check it out.
This is the GrassTooth podcast.
Do you know what day it is?
Yes.
No, do you know what day it is?
No.
It's National Animal Day.
Is it?
It's not.
Okay.
I've just made it up right now. But today it is, because I'm going to talk about one of my new... I'm going to talk about an animal that I've just got newfound love for. Like, so much love now.
Right.
I love cats. I love dogs. But this new animal, I've got newfound love for it. It's the manatee.
Where did this love come from?
So I got sent a video by the missus.
Mm-hmm.
It's about manatees, right? It's quite sad, but also kind of heartwarming, right? If you're ever in contact with a manatee, do you know what the sort of the number one rule is?
Don't touch his nose.
Just don't touch the manatee.
So whenever you're in contact, meaning when you're touching a manatee, don't touch the manatee.
When the manatee is contacting you,
right?
Because that's what manatees are very friendly.
Right.
They love humans. They love friendliness.
Right.
So if the manatee is in contact with you,
so when it's like approaching you,
right? Yeah, and it could even touch you,
but don't touch it back.
Don't touch it back.
Why?
Because, and this is where it gets a bit deep, right? If you touch a manatee, it builds such a connection that they just seek out humans constantly.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, I love this interaction with Gopi under the water. Like, I'm going to keep seeking this because this is what I love. I love human beings. Oh my goodness, this is the best thing. They go and they try to find humans. But where are most humans? Humans aren't in the water. They're in boats. They're near docks. And if you see lots of manatees, they've got lots of scars on their bodies. It's like the boats, the propellers that have sort of injured these poor manatees because they're just trying to find humans. They want to get that touch again. So this is a key message from this podcast. If a manatee ever approaches you and wants a bit of your love, just like show it some love with your face, right? A cheeky little smile. But don't touch it. Don't rub it. I know it's tempting.
That is genuinely one of the saddest things I've ever heard. Like,
honestly,
right? So sad.
Like, dance around, do like jazz hands. Just don't touch it. Don't touch the poor manatee because it's a risk to their life. So we joke around on a lot of stuff, but this is not a joke.
Serious stuff.
This is some serious stuff. Save the manatees. Right?
That goes with all creatures. Actually, I'm just gonna extend that out. Don't touch anything. Just keep your golden rule. Keep your hands and your feet to yourself. Okay.
Not all animals.
Just
some
walk
animals
around life, not really interacting with anything. Okay, that's what's best for everyone.
Now, some animals love touch.
No, manatees do too, but it gets to them too much. Do you know about the hedgehog's dilemma?
No.
This is old Arthur Schopenhauer. He's a philosopher, and he came up with this dilemma, and it's about how hedgehogs, right? They love the feeling of community. They love being around other hedgehogs. But they can't. They like to huddle up for warmth, but they can't huddle up too close.
Oh,
because their
stab
spikes
each other.
will go into each other, and their spikes will get into them. So they can't get too close. That is the human condition, is it not? Because if you do get close to someone, they end up hurting you and you end up hurting them.
Wow.
Yeah?
So we're all hedgehogs.
We're all hedgehogs. We're all manatees. We're all hedgehogs.
Yeah.
We're beasts.
Sometimes I feel like a manatee.
Yeah, I do too.
Right? I'm a hedgehog.
NGL.
Mm.
Speaking of creatures, though, snails. You a fan of escargot?
Disgusting.
My cargo.
Disgusting.
Have you ever had it?
Never.
I haven't had it either. There's a good place in London. Let us know. Where can we try some snails?
Yeah, I don't want to go to Paris. So let us know in London for sure.
But a friend of ours, posed us a question.
Yeah.
And he said, if you were offered 100 million, yeah, the only condition is that a snail will chase after you at full speed. As soon as it comes into contact with you, you will perish. Will you take that 100 million?
Absolutely.
Why?
It's a bloody snail.
Expand, please.
It's a bloody snail.
So you're willing to So I think one of the things that they came up with is you'll get like a 10-meter notification.
Like a warning, like a GPS thing that comes up on your phone.
That the snail is close by.
The snail's in your area. you know those pop-ups on movie streams? Anna is 5 miles away. You'll get that with a snail.
Snail is 10 meters away. Just look up, oh shit, there it is. You won't get that.
If you're looking for snails in your area, it's 5 meters away.
You won't get that notification.
You don't get that?
No.
Oh,
that was just given to spice things up, but
right, but
you
don't actually get that.
You just don't know where it is at any
Can
point.
you decipher between a random snail and this snail? Is this a special snail, or does it have the powers of disguise? Do you know what I mean though?
I don't think you can distinguish it.
So you just have.
It's just a normal looking snail.
Right.
You just have to you'd have to keep away from all snails.
But then, okay, so if it's a normal snail, I think when we were first asked this question, we were told that the snail has superpowers.
Oh yeah, it's invincible. It can't be killed.
Okay, no, so the snail can't be killed, but then it could also jump onto planes, jump onto
That's
trains.
not a superpower though. I think a snail could get on a
A
plane.
snail couldn't get onto a plane.
Bro, it just have to slide its way up to the wheel and then just go up. And just hang on for dear life.
Fine, okay.
We'll get into some luggage.
Now that you say it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100 mil, man. Of course I would.
And what precautions would you take to make sure the snail...
So out of the 100 mil, I would give away 5 mil to a company, and their sole mission is just to protect me.
You think 5 mil is enough to cover your entire lifetime?
Okay, no. Maybe. Oh, that's a good question. Actually, that's a good point. I would. No. Okay, fine. Maybe 10 mil. I'd put 10 mil aside, and I wouldn't give 10 mil straight away in one go. It's more just like every year, like 100 grand. I'd put away for a company or a single person to protect me. But when I say protection, it's not as if they need to fight anything. They just need to tell me when it's coming.
Right. But how would they distinguish what the snail is, where the snail is?
That's a great question.
They'd have the same level of...
I'd get a snail expert.
Right.
It'd be an expert in snails.
Yeah. And what?
And he'd be able to distinguish which snail. Oh, he'd be like, there's a chip on the shell.
Right.
That's the snail that could kill you.
Yeah.
So we need to be careful. You need to move out now.
So would this person be awake when you're asleep and asleep when you're awake?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
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 So what are you supposed to do when you're awake?
When I'm awake, I'm not afraid of the snail.
Right. Even though it can kill you.
It can kill me, but I can move. I would see a snail come. It's not a dog. It's not a rabbit. It's gonna come at a very slow pace. Do you know what I mean?
No. How do you know there's not a snail behind you right now?
Huh?
How do you know there's not a snail behind you right now?
I don't. But I would have. If I knew this was a thing, I would scan every place I go into.
Right.
So before I sit down, I'd be like, "Oh, is there a snail next to me?"
You think that's enough?
That's enough. Yeah. That's enough.
I don't think that's enough.
That's enough.
You didn't even look down at the floor. Didn't look up at the ceiling. It could be on the ceiling and just drop down on you.
Because the snail isn't chasing me right now.
Yes, but I'm saying that scan. If that was an example of the scan you would do, that is not enough.
Yeah, that's right. I do a more in-depth scan.
Right.
Right. I'd also maybe put some money aside to develop some sort of scientific, like some sort of mechanism or a machine that can sort of censor or sense snails coming through.
See, now we're onto something. Yeah.
Do you know? You used to play Black Ops, Warzone, right?
Right.
Do you remember the UV, the scanner thing? Where like if you pop it, it tells you where the enemies are.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. That's the sort of stuff.
Yeah,
if you donate £1 million to a science company, that they'd be able to make that. They'd be able to
100%.
manufacture that, right?
A snail detector.
A snail detector. That's what I'm saying. And you're saying there isn't that app that tells you when a snail's 5 meters away.
Yeah. But you can make
one.
You can make one for sure.
Bro, with 100 mil, you can easily make a top of the range
Yeah.
snail detector. So that's what I do.
Can you though?
I think you can.
How would it detect snails?
You can, it's just like they'll detect anything, man. Oh, like okay. I don't know how this would be implemented, but you can microchip dogs and cats.
Right.
That's what you do.
Microchip the snail.
Because the snail would kill me. It wouldn't kill anyone else, right? Just me.
Yeah.
So it's safe for anyone else to microchip it.
But what if when they give you the 100 mil, they don't tell you where the snail is. It could be anywhere in the world. What if that's the case? Like you don't know which snail it is. How would you find it and microchip it?
Oh, so it's unknown.
Yeah, it's an unknown snail.
What I would do is I'd move houses regularly. I would go in areas or places where there are known to be less snails, so there's less risk, and I would live on the 30th floor of a high-rise apartment.
Nice.
That's what I'd do, and I'd tell the janitor if there's any snails, kill them right now. That's what I do.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
What would you do? Is that?
Yeah, I think I'd just go somewhere where, somewhere remote. Just live out the rest of my days there. It's all chill.
Right.
I don't mind too much if the snail catches me. It's cool.
Oh wow. Just use 100 mil before you perish.
Yeah, or just give it out to my fam, to my friends. You might get a cheeky meal out of it. Would you appreciate that?
Just a cheeky meal?
100%. Do you know how much family I've got? You're lucky you're getting a meal.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you do?
What would you guys do? Let us know in the comments if you have a great plan.
If an escargot is chasing you, what would you do?
What we've learnt from this segment, the Glasstruth segment, is don't touch animals and don't let animals touch you. Okay? We got to the bottom of that. Should we get to the bottom of something else?
We have to. Yeah, it's time.
It's time now for the Glasstruth.
The Glasstruth. Making sense of nonsense.
And it's time for the Glasstruth, where we inspect things, right?
Dissect them.
We put them under a microscope.
Yeah.
And we really see what's happening underneath. Important things. Really integral news.
If you want news analysis, you come here. This is your go-to place.
This is fresh news.
Yeah.
This is raw.
Yeah.
Right? And we're transparent when we talk about things, right? Our opinions are true.
Yeah. Are they?
They're not they're not cleaned up.
No.
It's just authenticity.
Yeah, the raw truth.
This is what we do. And as I said, such important news.
Yeah. What have we got?
A few episodes back we talked about the Willy Wonka experience, right?
We did. Yeah.
And it happened in Scotland.
Glasgow.
And do you remember what it was? How bad it was?
Yeah.
You know?
Disappointment.
Awful experience.
Children crying. The unknown popping out of a mirror. We still don't know who that guy is.
That's been popping up in LA.
For one night only, I've heard.
For one night only. So, the title is Wonka-inspired chocolate experience in LA that mimics Glasgow event attracts, do you know how many?
Thousands.
Dozens. Dozens of people. Okay. Attendees were invited to step into a world of pure imagination where they were given 2 free jelly beans per $44 ticket. So the price is exactly the same. And in the event in Scotland, children were given 2 free jelly beans. And the same thing here in LA.
I feel like the jelly beans are not free. I think it's $22 per jelly bean. What else are you getting from this experience?
Yeah, the Willy Wonka inspired experience in Glasgow that reduced children to tears and prompted calls to the police has inspired similar events, a similar event in Los Angeles, drawing dozens of curious fans. Families have been promised a chocolate fantasy like never before, but parents had described it as shambolic, terrible, and many demanding a refund. Promoters have now created a Californian version, attempting to mirror the underwhelming decor and lackluster stores of Glasgow, complete with AI-generated artwork. If you were in LA, would you go to this event?
Definitely not.
Is it not worth it? $44?
No. I think this is another thing where it shows you how like the Americans are obsessed with the UK and things that happen here. It's like a meme. Like, would you go to it if it was in London?
This?
Yeah.
I think I would, yeah.
Would you actually pay 35 quid to go and see it?
I think I would, yeah.
For 2 jelly beans and the unknown?
I'd want to meet the unknown man.
It's not the unknown man.
It's the unknown woman. Is it just for the unknown?
Yeah.
I'd want to meet the unknown.
I feel like you're just saying that.
No. I feel like I really would. I mean, $35 is a bit steep. £35 is a bit steep, sorry, but I'd still go, I think.
No way I'm going.
Really? The curiosity not getting to you.
Definitely
Even
not.
with a group of friends and you know you can just take the absolute piss out of it, would you not go?
No.
Right. How much would you have to pay to go?
Like a tenner.
Wow. Fair enough.
Yeah, because like you know what you're getting.
True. If it's a recreation. Right. But this brings a really important question that we need to answer. And this is what the Glasstruth's about. We answer really important questions.
Right.
So in the same spirit of what LA did in recreating this disaster from Scotland, you have the opportunity to go to a recreation of any disaster that's happened. Any disaster.
Right.
Recent, from time ago, any disaster, you can go and visit. And you'll get 2 free jelly beans. Right? And you have to pay £35.
Okay.
But you can go, right? What disaster, what recreation of a disaster would you go to?
First of all, I have to ask how like realistic it is. Is my life in danger at any point?
No, but it's the same as this.
Oh, it's the same level?
It's the same level.
Okay,
as this.
fine.
Yeah. It's like potentially AI generated artwork. It's got random actresses that don't even want to be there. And there might even be the unknown.
The unknown. It's like a cinematic universe where the unknown
just pops up.
Character that just pops up. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
2 just popped up in my mind. I think they're both kind of similar in their vibes.
Okay.
First of all, I'd love to go to a Pompeii recreation. Yeah, just everyone just standing, everyone having a good time, drinking wine, having a good time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden someone's like, oh, the volcanoes
the
erupting. The unknown just pops out of the volcano. Like, the volcano's erupting, and then you just see like foam come out of the volcano, just like slowly making its way. Like it's like the little. It's not even that big a volcano. It just starts filling up the room, and we're just standing there, and there are like hired actresses who are going,
and you're running away with your 2 jelly beans, munching them on the way out.
I wouldn't mind that. I think that's a good
pretty
time.
jokes, actually. Yeah.
And the other one I thought of, similar vibes. Great Fire of London.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Just like everything's on fire. People trying to put it out. The rats are all dying. Bubonic plague's out. Nice times. It's not nice,
right?
But also silver lining,
right?
That's
pretty good. The Pompeii one actually.
Samuel Pepys is like just writing his diary in the corner. Oh. Why not?
That's
what about
good.
you? What are your
Pretty
thoughts?
good. I thought of 2 as well. So the first one's a bit more contemporary, but Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
You want to be there? Front row?
I'd love to see the recreation of that, yeah.
But like it would be the Willy Wonka.
It'd be the Willy Wonka version. So like it won't be an audience of people, it'll just be AI generated crowd. Science.
No, it won't be there'll be like a picture of like AI create person on each seat.
Just an A4 piece of A4 poster on the wall. And everyone's munching a few jelly beans and
you got front row seats, I'm guessing.
Front row seats, 100%. I think I might be the only person in this. Might be the only audience member here.
So what? Like the experience? How long is it? Like 5 minutes? Like
it's 5 minutes.
Switch people in and out.
Yeah, exactly. 5 minutes.
And you've got an actor playing Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Another one playing Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah. And then the actor, the Will Smith actor will slap Chris Rock. And then the unknown comes out again and he slaps Chris Rock again. So Chris Rock gets slapped twice. That's the vision I have for this recreation. So that's one. And the second one is the Titanic.
Oh.
Yeah, the Titanic would be pretty jokes, yeah.
Sinking the unsinkable.
Yeah, I think, so I've been thinking, where could the unknown pop out in this one? So the unknown could be the iceberg that the boat hits. That could be pretty jokes. The unknown could be the one painting Rose.
I don't think Rose was a factually accurate character that was on board the Titanic.
Oh, she not?
I don't think so. So I think you might miss out on that whole Jack Rose love story. Does that change your answer for you?
It does, yeah.
Really? Are you invested in the Titanic as an idea because of Jack and Rose?
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, you just wouldn't care.
As in, I don't want to put it that way, but I mean, it's a sad event, right? But I just want to see the unknown painting Rose.
Hey, for you. Don't make adjustments.
Fine. But the Titanic would be a pretty... How would you recreate that? That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
As in, if they did like a good recreation, I feel like they could... As in, I know this is a bit... But like, they could make a decent roller coaster out of it. No?
Thorpe Park, are you watching?
Titanic. Good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one I'd love to watch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be funny if they're working on a similar budget. Just to see like how they do things,
It's like instead of actual windows, they just got like A4 pieces of paper with like a window printed on it and just put it on. Oh, that'd be pretty funny actually. Wow.
I heard they also moved the Oompa Loompa actress. She was there at the
She's
LA.
there, yeah. To be honest, that's a good gig for her.
Mm-hmm. She popped up in something else as well. I can't remember what it was.
Was she not on like a? She came on like, was it the Piers Morgan? She was on a show.
Yeah.
Like the Good Morning Show or something. I think she was on.
Shout out to her,
man. You're making moves, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Silver linings, guys. That's what we're looking at here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To every cloud, unless it's like some smoke.
Right.
From the fire of London.
Yeah. Or Pompeii.
Has a silver lining.
Yes.
That's what we've got to on this Glasstruth.
Mm.
And that is the Glasstruth. And now we're at the third segment of our episode, the Glasstooth, where we discuss all things not violent, but like we get into discussions,
No, violence is good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Violence is good. Is
violence
that a quote?
is good.
A direct quote from Yonny?
It is. Violence is good because not generally, but for this section it's good because I've got a violent question.
I'd love to hear it.
And I want to ask you this question. Yeah,
Cool.
18-year-old Gopi versus Gopi of now at this moment in time.
Right.
Who'd win in a fight?
I have to say, I think it might be 18-year-old Gopi. No, 18-year-old Gopi was in a cast at one point. So that might have...
Let's say the height of powers.
Fine, okay. I think 18-year-old Gopi would probably take me out, yeah.
Take you out.
Yeah. I think I'm stronger now, but not as agile.
Okay.
So I think just off of that, 18-year-old Gopi's got me. He's floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
and
so he's Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. More, not as quick on my feet now.
But do you not think you'll be more sort of smarter?
No, definitely not. 18-year-old Gopi was different gravy.
Was he?
Yeah. Do you remember me at 18?
I do remember you at 18, yeah.
That was like the height of my powers overall.
Because it was also like you had a different mindset at that time as well.
Right.
You had a much more... There's something about you.
What was the mindset?
I don't know. I can't describe it. I can't really describe it, but it's definitely some sort of a mindset that you had, which I think would actually obliterate you right now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, I'm not even saying beating you.
Yeah, no.
18-year-old Gopi would like
right
eat
now,
you alive.
I'm sort of like a bit more, peace, zen, like, turn the other cheek kind of.
But say if it's like for survival.
Right.
Like it's not just a fight. Like you have to, like it's to survive.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll change?
No, I think I'm finished. I think I can still get to a point where I could take an 18-year-old Gopi.
Mm-hmm.
But right now,
At this moment in time.
at this moment in time,
Yeah.
What about you? Who's having?
I mean, I'm the same, I think.
I think you now could take an 18-year-old Yonny.
I can't.
Do you think so?
18-year-old Gopi, 18-year-old Yonny he was a bit more physically imposing.
Right.
He was a bit bigger. So in terms of raw power,
Yeah.
that was there. Now, I guess the argument potentially for us now is that maybe we're street smarter, but that also does not make sense because we're not street smarter. We haven't been in fights since then. We haven't been training. So we're literally the same. We might have more life experience, but that helps us with mortgages and stuff like that. It doesn't help us with beating up an 18-year-old kid. So, yeah, I'd say 18-year-old Johnny would absolutely... He'd tear me apart limb from limb, yeah.
I think 18-year-old Gopi was also in the rugby team.
Oh, yes.
He was getting hurt on the daily.
Yeah, he was
and
used to
recovering.
violence.
Yeah. He could push.
He was like Wolverine, wasn't he?
For sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, 18-year-old Gopi's got this.
Cool.
And good on him.
Good on him.
Good on him.
Yeah. Would the 18-year-old version of yourself beat you? That's an important question you need to ask yourself.
Yeah, and live your life accordingly. Don't get into fights with 18-year-olds. They might take you out. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a good conclusion.
It's a good conclusion, yeah.
On to other things.
Yes.
It was your birthday recently.
It was, yeah.
Did you have a good time?
It was alright. I think now I'm getting older. I'm not celebrating my birthdays as heavily, but 30th is coming soon. So I think that might be a big one.
Yeah.
For not just me, for a lot of us in our group, because we're all sort of similar age. So yeah, that's coming up. But this one was quiet but nice but quiet. So yeah, pretty good, mate. Thanks for asking.
But like, do you ever think about the people that were born on the same day as you and like what you might have in common? Those kind of things. Yeah,
I do. Yeah.
I was thinking what you were thinking because you messaged me this.
Yeah.
I just want to give credit to where the idea came from. But what if we had like a birthday draft? All right, you pick 3 people who share the same birthday as you, and you pit them against the other 3.
Yes.
So I'm going to pick 3 people who share the same birthday as me. He's going to pick 3 people that share the same birthday as him, and we're just going to put them against each other. And
It's like Pokemon.
Yeah,
I've caught the same birthdays as me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let them go and fight your Pokemon.
And like for me, it's about who's better. He wants to go off of who's more famous.
Let's do it somewhere in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, I think the issue is I picked the 3 people that like I like, but I don't know if you're gonna like them too.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't even know if you're gonna know
I'll
them.
absolutely destroy them.
Okay.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Let us know who you think. And find 3 people with the same birthday as you and play this game.
Use your own criteria, right?
Yeah.
I'm following my own criteria.
Yeah.
He's following his own criteria. You use your own criteria to judge who's better, right? Who's better? That can mean a number of things, right? Let's start off with some honorable mentions for you, though.
Yeah.
Do you have any honorable mentions
I've got
at the moment? A couple.
I've got 4.
Okay, got a double couple.
Firstly, we've got the singer Pink.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is it?
That's a good one,
Sure,
yeah.
if you say so.
Damn.
Next, we've got the rapper Wiz Khalifa.
Damn.
Didn't make my top 3, but he's there.
If these are your honorable
If I
mentions,
needed it, I could have got him.
Oh, he's like a good substitute.
Then we've got R.I.P. Avicii, the DJ.
Oh, got a lot of musicians.
It's a musical day.
A musical guy.
And finally, Watson from the latest Sherlock series, as well as Tim from The Office, the UK Office.
Oh, okay.
Martin Freeman. Yeah. Good bunch. And you can work out where my birthday is from this, so.
That's a really good honorable mention.
Yeah. I've got a couple.
That's a good list. I mean...
I want to hear yours.
I can't lie. When I saw the people that I've shared birthdays with, I think I'm already resigned to the fact that you're probably going to win.
I hope so.
Yeah, because if that's your honourable mentions, crazy. In my honourable mentions, I've got Richard Gadd.
I saw that. That's the one. You know what? I said I was like, okay, Richard Gadd.
I've got Richard Gadd from Baby Reindeer. So he's
a nice honourable mention, a topical honourable mention.
Right, topical honourable mention. I've got Black China.
Oh wow.
Black China
Yeah,
is
yeah.
one of my honorable mentions.
She's one of the, as in she's an affiliate of the Kardashians, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
cool.
She's I think, is she a model or a rapper?
She went out with Rob Kardashian for a bit, I think.
Right. She's famous.
Yeah.
She's just an honorable
Look at
mention.
you, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
And the last one, I don't know if you know this person, Thibaut Courtois. He's a goalkeeper. He's a goalkeeper for Real Madrid.
Right now.
Right now, yeah, he's one of the best goalkeepers around in the world. So he is.
Shout outs to you.
Thibaut. All right, you're on my honorable mentions. But have you ranked your people?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, so let's do third place versus third place.
Okay. I don't know if you're gonna know this person. I don't know if you're gonna know third or second place.
Okay, fine.
But third place, I think there's a higher chance of you knowing.
Okay.
In third place, I've got Patsy Cline.
Okay.
She's a singer.
Okay.
There's a song Crazy that she's sung. You'll know it if you hear it for sure. And there's also another song called I Fall to Pieces.
No? I didn't know CeeLo Green for Crazy. Or was it Gnarls Barkley?
I don't know what he's talking about, and I refuse to know.
I think you're crazy.
I get it,
yeah,
but I don't know what's got to do with.
Okay, sorry, I'm just saying.
I see.
Song, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Patsy Cline, that's my third place.
Patsy Cline,
big singer. I think she was around in the 60s.
Oh, okay. And you grew up on Patsy Cline music then? Is that
I
why
didn't grow up on it, but I've not recently, but in the last year or two, I've been appreciating songs from the 60s a lot more.
Oh, okay. And she's one of your.
Like shout out to Edward Yang. He's a film director. He's passed away sadly, but a lot of his films are like set or have characters that listen to like 60s music in them. Okay. And they kind of put me onto 60s music. And I'm a fan. I started listening to Elvis again because of Edward Yang.
Fair enough. Elvis would be good on your list, wouldn't
but
he?
He's not there.
He's not there. It's Patsy Cline. If
you listen to Crazy, you'd know it.
Patsy Cline. Okay, maybe I would. Maybe I've heard of her music in the background, but I'm afraid I don't know who she is.
I feel like
she sounds familiar.
If I'd gone with like Martin Freeman or like Wiz Khalifa, then you would have just given away. Like you would have been like, okay, fine, you win. But because I've gone with ones that I like, it's a bit more difficult. Yeah, because you're just gonna be like, oh, I don't know who that is. Oh,
we'll let the audience judge.
Okay,
bloody Patsy Cline.
She's great.
Okay, my it's not. It's.
Go on.
I don't know if I should say this.
Say it.
I feel like I should have put someone else in there. It made sense at the time when I was making the list, but now I don't know.
Okay,
but you know, I'm gonna go for it.
Go on, be proud.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina.
Espresso.
Okay.
Sabrina Carpenter. She is.
That's a matchup right there. That's a matchup right there.
Sabrina Carpenter. So I actually really like. Okay, I say I really like her. Like I heard Espresso, and that is possibly one of my favorite tunes right now. At this moment in time, I was like, I wasn't aware that she was capable of making this sort of music. Like Espresso is it's a very sort of Doja Cat type song. I kind of like it. It's got good vibes in it. So, I started to like her, and then she's going out with Barry Keoghan. She got a wonderful birthday cake with Leonardo DiCaprio's face on it, and I just think she's good, man. And she shares the same birthday as me, so she's young, she's up and coming. She's kind of like she's the talk of the town right now in terms of pop artists. Mate, in the future she's going to be up there.
I don't think she will be.
I think she will be.
It's a great matchup, I think. Patsy Cline versus Sabrina Carpenter.
Patsy Cline versus Sabrina Carpenter.
Listen to Espresso and then listen to Crazy and then decide who your winner is. Because I think there's one answer for sure. Crazy is such a magnificent song. It's so beautiful and delicate. Cline. And I'm thinking about me, thinking about you. Dead. Sabrina Carpenter, no ill will towards you.
You cannot say no ill will.
Okay, we're just having a little battle here. Okay,
Sabrina, you're in my top 3.
If you want to come on the podcast at some point, let us know.
Patsy Cline, if you're ever going to come onto the podcast as well, I'm really sorry. I'll check out your music.
She's dead. Okay, say sorry. Say sorry right now.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh damn.
Should we go to our second place?
Sure.
In second place, I don't think you know this person either. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating you. Peter Sellers.
Tell me a bit more about Peter. I think
Peter
I think
Sellers
I've heard his name somewhere.
is a comedian / actor.
Peter Sellers.
He is the original Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther.
Right. Okay.
That's him. I don't know if you recognize him.
Strong moustache.
He's not always mustachioed,
That was it.
and he was a part of the Goon Show.
Oh,
which
okay. I've heard of the Goon Show.
You know the Goon Show.
I've heard of it.
It's like seen as like the proto like Monty Python. Before Monty Python, there was the Goon Show. Like that's like a lot of like comedy people know that's like the what's it called, the jumping off point.
Yeah.
From which the Monty Python was created, and like another person that he worked with was Spike Milligan, famous comedian,
Don't know who that
poet.
is.
I like
Okay.
Spike Milligan. Like
Okay.
so,
Peter
there's
Sellers.
that, as well as he is the protagonist. One of like he played 3 roles in Doctor Strangelove, the Stanley Kubrick film.
Okay. Oh, no wonder why you like this guy. Just because he's in one of your favorite directors' films. Yeah.
And he did amazing.
very
Like he's
predictable.
incredible in Doctor Strangelove, and he also played the part of Claire Quilty in Stanley Kubrick's adaptation of Lolita.
Oh, Stanley Kubrick. There he is again. I
Let
bet
me
you.
just-
I bet you.
Let me
are-
just tell you this, okay? Stanley Kubrick is like a perfection. Listen to this. Stop laughing. I don't want you to laugh while I'm talking to you.
about Stanley Kubrick. Okay, cool.
Stanley Kubrick is a perfectionist. He plans everything down to the T, right? And there's only been 2 times where he's let an actor improvise. One of them was in Full Metal Jacket with the sergeant. He was like, because the sergeant used to be an actual sergeant. He was like, okay, go wild.
Just do your own thing.
Do your own thing. The other thing was Peter Sellers, because Peter Sellers is so funny and could come up with things on the spot that Kubrick couldn't even think of. He was like, fine, you do you, because you're a genius. Peter Sellers is fantastic.
So he wasn't even directing then.
Of course he was. What do you mean?
He just said, you do your own thing. I don't know what to do here. That's what Stanley Kubrick did.
It's a ridiculous thing to say. But Peter Sellers is my second
Peter
place.
Sellers, fair enough.
Who's your second
I mean, it's
place?
difficult to compare these people. Do you know what I mean?
It's going to be like, oh yeah, I don't know.
Say it.
One of the kids from Stranger Things.
Well, Millibot, I'm joking. It's Andres Iniesta.
Football.
Absolute legend.
Espanol? Is he not Spanish?
He's Spanish.
Okay, fine.
But he didn't play for Espanyol. That's a football team. He didn't play for Espanyol.
He didn't play for. He's a Spanish footballer, but he never played for Spain.
Espanyol is a football team.
Oh,
as well.
I see.
As well as saying.
Oh, okay.
Spain.
But he played for Spain, right?
He played for Spain, yeah. He's a
Yeah,
Spanish national, but he played for
Okay.
Barcelona
Right.
for most of his career.
Oh, yes.
95% of his career.
Yes.
And this brother has won everything. Much like Messi, he's won the World Cup.
Hmm.
The only thing he hasn't won is Ballon d'Or. But it's just peak, man. It was in the era of Ronaldo and Messi, but he was always considered one of the top. He's a
Top
goat.
keys.
He's a goat. He's an absolute goat. He's won almost everything. He's just a good guy.
I wouldn't go GOAT, because like I think GOAT implies something.
He's a,
It means the greatest of all time. And as someone
fair
who doesn't
enough.
have a Ballon d'Or, I know
Right.
we've talked about how I'm guessing he's a midfielder. Is that
he's a
what he is?
midfielder. Yes,
So he doesn't
yes,
have
yes.
that striker ability where he can show the results.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
like, is he in GOAT conversation? I don't think he is.
He's in the GOAT midfielders conversation, but as just a football player, there's just too many.
Is he a GOAT midfielder though?
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself.
Who else is in there then? So okay.
Isn't Ronaldo a midfielder?
No, he's an attacking forward. He's a winger.
That just sounds like
Ronaldo-
that just sounds like midfielder, but with more words.
Ronaldo and Messi are both.
Messi's a midfielder as well, right?
Yeah, but he's an attacking midfielder. He's like a winger.
What's he
attacking
talking
midfielder,
about?
False nine.
You've got two
Mate,
midfielders
I know football.
in the
I
GOAT
know
conversation.
football. I know football.
And Iniesta, I've never heard anyone say, "Oh yeah, Iniesta's a GOAT."
I am talking about a midfielder in the pure sense of the word.
Oh, there's pure
Both
midfielders.
Messi
Oh, I
and
see.
Ronaldo are goal-scoring wingers / midfielders. I'm talking about a pure midfielder. So there's a few in comparison that you could make, right? I'm going to say a few names. Let me know if you've heard any of
Zidane,
them.
is he a midfielder?
Zidane. is
There you
one
go,
of them.
GOAT. There you go. That's the end of the
But I
story.
think Iniesta's up there.
Is Vieira a midfielder?
Defensive midfielder, yeah. But
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking more about sort of CMs, centre midfields. The few that are in conversation, I'd say is Zidane, Luka Modric.
Yeah.
Is in there. And I think Iniesta's one of
What's
them.
Beckenbauer?
Beckenbauer's a defender.
Okay.
He's an old
Goat
German defender. Goat defender.
Yeah.
But Iniesta's up there, mate, in the goat midfielder conversations.
Is Pele a midfielder?
He's striker.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Maradona?
Say more. Like winger, sort of. Attacking midfielder. Yeah. Steven Gerrard is he's in that conference, but he's not there. He's in that conversation.
Ronaldinho?
He's a winger. Yeah.
Okay, for a specific position, your person is in the conversation of GOAT.
Iniesta.
Maybe.
He's my second place.
I feel like Zidane is more solidified.
Zidane's good. Zidane's very good.
You're just saying that because he
Sounds very
shares a birthday with you. Alright.
Andres Iniesta is the most graceful player I've ever seen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Grace.
So graceful. So grace.
You guys want first place? Are you ready?
Is it another unknown?
No.
For
You
me,
know
yeah.
this one.
Okay.
And in first place, we got the boy Bernie Sanders. That's all I'm gonna say. Mic drop. I don't think you've got anyone that you can pit up against Bernie.
Do you want to give more explanation why you think he's the best?
I like what he stands for.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should have won the election and he should have become president.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have seen a real change
Mm-hmm.
in world politics if he had made it.
Mm-hmm.
He's great.
Good kid.
Great kid.
Mad City.
Seen that video where the bird comes onto his podium while he's talking about like the bird of change or something.
Oh yeah. It's quite poetic, isn't it?
There you go. You want Grace? That's Grace right there.
Bernie, that's a good first.
He's a good guy. Good kid.
That's really good.
Who's your first place?
I saw a picture of Peter Sellers there.
Yeah.
Strong moustache.
You got another moustache?
This guy had a strong moustache.
Why do I think you're gonna say like Stalin or something?
Or the other one.
It's not him. I know his birthday. I know his birthday.
It's not him. Yeah. Strong moustache. The honest truth is, and I'll reveal it in a second, right?
Just looking through people with moustaches.
I'll reveal it in a
It's
second.
not Charlie Chaplin.
Let me just.
Oh, sorry.
I'll reveal.
Go on.
No, to be honest, keep guessing. I don't mind. Right?
No,
that's the fun of it. I don't know this person that well.
Right.
He's not in my domain.
Yeah.
It's a he, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah. I figured you sexist. Yeah. You had Sabrina Carpenter's one. Go on.
He's not in my domain, but he's one of those people that you just know because you've heard people talking about him. You've heard people who are part of his community or industry talk about him in terms of his art. And
Dolly!
My guy. Look. Oh, not Demon Slayer. I don't know if you can see it on camera. My boy, Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali shares the same birthday as me. And he is just... Listen, I'm here talking about this guy as if I know him. I don't know him. I don't know much about him. But he's like... It's like if you don't play golf or you don't know golf, but you know Tiger Woods is just... He's one of those. Do you know what I mean? Salvador Dali. It's just like... Come on, man. Like, he's just... You just have to know him. Even if you're not familiar with his work. He's a surrealist. He's just... He wasn't expecting that. Do you know what I mean? He was Sabrina Carpenter, Andres Iniesta. Didn't realize I had Salvador Dali in my back pocket. All right.
That's so sad. I got that poster from the Salvador Dali museum, like near the town where he was born. I literally went to his museum just to check out his art. The guy's incredible. He's so, like, I can't even say anything.
Sipping on my espresso.
Yeah, Dali just, like, he floors every single character that I came up with. Yeah, like, huge inspiration for me. And just the way his mind works is a wonder. Like, yeah, fine. You cleared it.
Why do I feel so sorry for you now?
No, I'm so sad. I'm sorry that I brought up these people because, like, your birthday is obviously superior. Apart from the other two. The fact that you just needed one person to just annihilate all three of mine is crazy.
That's what happens. Do you know what I mean? When you've got someone, you've got one of these guys in your pocket. Right? Doesn't matter. the last 15 minutes of what he's talked about, absolutely nothing. All right? Absolutely nothing. I think the only person that could have beaten him is probably Stanley Kubrick, right? For you.
I don't even know, you know.
Really? Oh, would it be like a tough battle?
I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know. I don't think so.
Really?
Dali's different gravy. Like, I'd say, no. I think Dali's, like, yeah. I do love Kubrick a lot. But just the way Dali's mind works and the way he creates art is just another level.
Different gravy, isn't he?
Can't even say anything. He's just so inventive.
See, this is what I do. I drop the mic. He just said himself, he can't say anything. This is a podcast. And he can't say anything? Did you see his face?
So
he was
sad.
getting... Listen, if you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast, just check online. Just check YouTube for 10 seconds and just look at his face. He was defeated.
I still am.
Look at his... I'm starting to feel sorry for him.
So sad.
Oh. Yeah, Salvador Dali, mate. I knew that one would get you.
Did you know that you shared a birthday before this?
Not today, no.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So I knew of... So the only person I knew, actually, weirdly, was Thibaut Courtois.
Right.
Because he used to be a Chelsea goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So I checked him up earlier and I was like, oh, we shared the same
Same
birthday as me.
birthday.
But I did this and I shared the list with my girlfriend and I was like, oh, yeah, I've got the same birthday as Sabrina Carpenter. And she was like, oh, whoa. So, like, I knew that had to be in my list, I think. But Salvador Dali, like, and this is really sad because from what I saw, you used the same website as me. And it like ranks for some reason. I don't know what their ranking metrics are.
I think it's just like the most popular online.
It's the popularity ones, yeah. So I had...
Who gets the most hits online? Sort of
I had so many like TikTok stars and stuff like that. Sabrina Carpenter was first, so I was like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Salvador Dali was like, I had to scroll down like 4 or 5 times and then I was checking every single one.
Maybe I've got some big hits.
Maybe...
There goes my phone. Sorry, I'm a mess. I'm genuinely a mess right now. I'm just like scrambling for my phone. Like, oh, maybe I've got Pablo Picasso at the bottom.
Where's Vincent van Gogh? It's
Dali over Vincent van Gogh. I don't know.
Oh,
They're different.
That's a conversation to be had, isn't it?
They're both very inspiring in very different ways.
Salvador, I'm happy. I'm honoured that we share the same birthday.
It doesn't make sense that you share a birthday with this guy.
I don't even know who you are. I only know one piece of work and it's that.
No, surely not.
No, I'm joking.
Okay, fine.
But big respect. Absolute GOAT.
Fine, I'll happily concede.
Thank you.
If what we've learned here is that Salvador Dali is greater than Sabrina Carpenter, then that is a lesson that I'm willing to impart.
Yeah. The gap isn't that big.
Between who? Shut up! Shut your mouth! Okay.
Did you feel like you had it under wraps with Bernie Sanders?
No, as
Really?
in like...
No, but I bet inside your mind, after you heard me say Sabrina Carpenter...
No, for sure.
And
as soon as I heard
you were like,
those,
you
I
know
was
what?
like, yeah, I had it. Yeah,
Mate, Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I didn't think you'd have someone like Dali. Annoying. Very annoying. But yeah, that's the episode. Let us know who you share a birthday with. And if they beat Salvador Dali, I think that'd be cool. Who do you think... I think Dali is in the GOAT conversation for art. I'm trying to think, like maybe like Rembrandt or something, someone might say. But who's GOAT for you? That's you share a birthday with. Let us know. Who do you think would beat
in the
Dali?
comments, give us your top 3... The top 3 people that share the same birthday as you. I want to see people's and I want to compare.
Yeah, I do too.
Because apart from Salvador Dali, I think mine one generally was weak. I think in terms of, like, I had a few TikTok stars, a few actors and actresses that I don't think are that well known. I think overall you had better people, but it's just, come on mate, Salvador Dali, do you know what I mean? So I want to see your top 3 celebrities.
He definitely had better people. He just didn't even. He didn't know Patsy Cline.
I don't think so.
Didn't know Peter Sellers.
I don't know.
I'm sure if I look through it,
I had someone that cured something.
Great. Mary Curie. I don't know.
No, it's definitely not. If it was Mary Curie, she'd be like second or first. But it wasn't. It was someone. But like, great work. But I had to put Sabrina Carpenter in there for espresso.
Let us know who you share a birthday with, and it's been a good episode.
It
What
is.
do you think?
It's been a great episode, yeah. Just that 10 seconds of seeing you defeated. Even right now, look at you, look, fiddling with the water bottle. He's got nothing to say. All right, this is what I live for. This has been a really good thought experiment for me.
I'm gonna wrap it up early. Thanks for sharing your time with us. Check us out on all our platforms. Remember to subscribe if you've been watching. And that's a wrap.